Is Captain America truly a symbol of oppression? These twisted versions from across the multiverse might make you think so. We're exploring the darkest corners where the iconic hero becomes a monster, a zombie, a Hydra fanatic, and a victim of a corrupt system. From a clone bred for torture to the Red Skull's ultimate perversion of the mantle, prepare to see the shield tarnished and the legend of Captain America turned upside down. Captain Zolandia, a grotesque and powerful clone of Captain America, embodies the horrifying potential of unchecked scientific ambition twisted to evil ends. Created by the villainous Arnim Zola, this warped super soldier was bombarded with negative gamma rays, amplifying his abilities while distorting his form into a monstrous caricature of the iconic hero. Beyond his amplified powers, Zolandia served as a personal instrument of torture for Zola, inflicting pain upon the original Captain America and embodying a chilling betrayal of the hero's ideals. This twisted clone stands as a stark warning against the perversion of scientific pursuit, representing the dark potential for even the noblest symbols to be corrupted and weaponized in the hands of those who value power above all else. Hailing from the alternate reality of Earth 1519, a world where the Aztec Empire flourished, never conquered by outside forces, Captain America's fate takes a gruesome turn. Depicted as a formidable warrior reflecting the rich and powerful Aztec culture, this Cap was initially discovered in stasis, a relic of a bygone era. His awakening, however, was not a heroic resurgence, but the prelude to a horrific transformation. Infected by a zombified version of Morbius, the living vampire, this once noble warrior succumbed to the insatiable hunger of the Marvel Zombies plague. Reduced to a ravenous flesh-eater, he devoured unsuspecting armory agents before meeting a brutal demise at the hands of Machine Man, who sliced him in half. This Captain America's story is particularly chilling, as it demonstrates that even in realities vastly different from the main Marvel universe, and even when imbued with the culture of a mighty civilization, the zombie infection is a terrifying equalizer, capable of corrupting any hero and turning them into a monstrous parody of their former selves. His tragic fate serves as a grim testament to the pervasive and indiscriminate nature of the zombie plague within the vast and often horrifying Marvel multiverse. William Burnside, the so-called Captain America of the 1950s, is a tragic and disturbing figure whose story serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of unchecked obsession and the corrosive effects of ideological extremism. Burnside's fixation on the original Captain America wasn't mere admiration. It was a consuming obsession that led him to legally change his name to Steve Rogers and undergo extensive plastic surgery to physically resemble his idol. This drastic transformation was fueled by a desire to not only emulate, but to become Captain America, highlighting a deep-seated psychological need for identity and purpose. However, a flawed attempt to recreate the super soldier serum, coupled with manipulative government influence during a period of intense Cold War paranoia, twisted Burnside's patriotism into a dangerous zealotry. He became a paranoid, unstable figure, seeing communist threats in every shadow and resorting to violence against anyone he perceived as an enemy, even innocent civilians. Burnside's tragic arc demonstrates how easily noble ideals like patriotism can be warped into a destructive force when combined with personal instability and manipulated by external forces, ultimately corrupting the very legacy he sought to uphold. His story is a stark reminder that even those who start with the best intentions can become the antithesis of the heroes they idolize, if blind to their own flaws and the dangers of extremism. John Walker, better known as U.S. Agent, represents a complex and often controversial chapter in the Captain America legacy. Handpicked by the U.S. government to replace Steve Rogers after he relinquished the mantle, Walker was thrust into a role he was arguably ill-prepared for. Alongside his partner Lamar Hoskins, later known as Battlestar, Walker underwent a rigorous and manipulative training regimen designed to mold him into a more controllable and government-compliant version of Captain America. While initially driven by a genuine desire to serve his country, the immense pressure of living up to the iconic legacy of his predecessor combined with his own inherent emotional instability and the amplifying effects of the power broker process that gave him his enhanced abilities, led Walker down a dark and violent path. His tenure as Captain America was marred by excessive brutality, a stark contrast to the measured and compassionate approach of Steve Rogers. Although Walker eventually found a degree of redemption and forged his own identity as U.S. agent, his time as Captain America remains a potent example of how the immense weight of expectation and the corrupting influence of power can warp even a well-intentioned individual, highlighting the inherent challenges of trying to replace a legend and the importance of internal fortitude in the face of external pressures. The Marvel Zombies universe presents a truly nightmarish scenario, and at the heart of this horror is the zombified version of Captain America, known as Colonel America. In this twisted reality, the iconic hero has succumbed to the ravenous hunger of the undead plague, transforming him into a chilling perversion of everything he once stood for. Retaining his super soldier strength, agility, and tactical prowess, Colonel America is not just a mindless zombie. He's a highly efficient and terrifyingly capable predator, driven by an insatiable craving for living flesh. One particularly gruesome moment highlights the depths of his depravity when he infects Spider-Man with a bite, showcasing that no one, not even the most beloved heroes, are safe. This zombified Cap is a potent symbol of absolute corruption, a stark and disturbing reminder that even the most stalwart and morally upright individuals can be reduced to monstrous creatures in the face of a truly apocalyptic force, leaving nothing but a chilling void where hope and heroism once resided. Hailing from the alternate reality of Earth 70105, this version of Captain America delivers a chilling subversion of the iconic hero's core values. In this twisted world, Steve Rogers was not raised with the ideals of freedom and justice, but instead indoctrinated from childhood into the hateful and oppressive ideology of Hydra. This Cap is a loyal and unwavering agent of the organization, using his enhanced abilities to further their sinister goals of global domination. He represents a terrifying what-if scenario, showcasing the profound impact of environment and upbringing on even the most inherently good individuals. This Hydra Cap is a stark reminder that heroism is not an inherent trait, but rather a choice shaped by the values we are taught and the world we inhabit. His existence is a chilling testament to the power of indoctrination, demonstrating how even the most recognizable symbols of hope can be utterly corrupted and turned into instruments of tyranny when nurtured in an environment of hatred and oppression. Isaiah Bradley is a profoundly tragic figure whose story casts a long and somber shadow over the shining legacy of Captain America. While not a villain in the conventional sense, Bradley's experience is a harrowing testament to the systemic racism and cruelty embedded within the very fabric of the nation Captain America symbolizes. As one of the African American soldiers subjected to unethical experiments in an attempt to recreate the super soldier serum, Bradley became a living weapon, used and then discarded by a government that saw him as expendable. After serving his country, he was imprisoned for decades, his existence erased and his contributions buried, all while enduring further experimentation. Isaiah Bradley's story is not one of villainy, but of profound victimhood, a heartbreaking example of how even those who embody heroic qualities can be crushed by a system built on prejudice and exploitation. His tragic fate serves as a stark and necessary reminder that true heroism can be found in the face of unimaginable adversity, and that even the most celebrated symbols can be tarnished by the injustices they fail to address, urging us to remember and honor those who were wronged in the pursuit of a flawed ideal. The desolate, post-apocalyptic world of Old Man Logan presents a chilling vision of a future where evil has not only triumphed, but has also desecrated the very symbols of hope and heroism. In this dystopian landscape, the Red Skull, Captain America's arch-enemy, has achieved a horrifying victory, conquering America and installing himself as its tyrannical ruler. Adding insult to injury, this Red Skull has adopted the mantle and even the costume of Captain America, transforming the iconic symbol of freedom into a grotesque emblem of his oppressive regime. Ruling with an iron fist from a redecorated Oval Office, he represents the ultimate perversion of Captain America's ideals, having crushed most of the world's heroes and plunged the nation into chaos. This twisted version of Cap serves as a potent warning of the devastating consequences when evil prevails, illustrating how easily symbols of hope can be corrupted and weaponized by those who seek to dominate and control, leaving a desolate world in their wake. Want to see more videos like this one? Check out this video next. It's about the newest Marvel villains in publication. We dug up the newest villains causing havoc, so make sure to check out the video now to find out more. Click the video now.